Hi YouTube, this is Diva Kiki. I'm just coming to say hello to all of my subscribers. Hello to everyone. Oh my goodness, it has been probably about a week since I've made a video. So I'm just coming to you all to give you all a little update. Got a lot going on. Sorry, I'm getting a little warm. Got a lot going on in my life right now. As you all know, I started a new job about, what I want to say, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the 20th. And I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you all for everyone giving me congratulations on the new job. I'm loving it. Really, I am loving the new place. Can't wait till I learn everything. So I kind of been putting a lot of pressure on myself to learn things. So with me doing that, last week, let me give you all an update on everything that's going on. So last week, I'll say Thursday morning. Thursday morning, I woke up. And when I woke up, my chest on this side was hurting so bad. And I was like, what in the world? You know, I'm thinking like it's gas. You know, I'm like, oh God, let me take a Zantac because it's probably gas. So, and I took a Zantac thinking that that's what it was. So it kind of was a nagging hurt feeling. So I still went to work. Don't want to call in and I haven't been there long. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going to work. If I have to fall out at work, they'll just call the ambulance on me. So I went to work, and as I was learning and training on Thursday, and the more intense I got involved with my training, because I like thinking hard and stuff, my chest started like towards after lunch, my chest started hurting worse. It was like, oh my God, it was just such a hurting feeling. And so, and it was just not my chest right here, but it was all of this, all the way up my neck, all of this. So I was like, okay, you know, it's got to be gas. So I took I didn't take the Zantac that morning. I'm sorry, I didn't take it that morning. So then I said, it's gas. Let me go ahead and take a Zantac. So after my lunch, I took a Zantac. Things didn't get better. So I got home. I went and got my son. My son was with me that day because my mom had been keeping him all summer. So I came home, and then I told my son, I got to lay down for a minute. So I lay down, and I'm like, you know, hoping it go away. Maybe I was just tired because I had been going. And I hadn't had any rest, and I have a hard time falling asleep at night. And I'm just like, you know what? And I'm getting up earlier. So finally, took my son we had open house Thursday night at his school. We went to open house. When we was on our way to open house, I was in so much pain. Went to open house, tried to act like everything was fine. Left open house, went to church because my church was honoring my grandfather, because my grandfather's the bishop of our church. My grandfather's 83 years old. And so we were honoring him because he's technically the founder of my church. He began my church about 55 years ago, or 56 years ago. So, can't remember. But anyway, so get to church. By the time I got to church, they were letting out. And it was like 9 something. And they were letting out. So I still went in and just to see my grandfather, my grandmother. And went in. It was packed. There was so many people there. And I was like, I had this look on my face like, and everybody was like, you all right? I was like, I'm not feeling too well. And so I told my mom, I was like, my chest is hurting so bad. And she was like, what? I was like, my chest is hurting. So then I was like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go home, and I just want to lay down. That's all I wanted to do was lay down because I felt like overwhelmed. I felt tired, and I wanted to lay down. So I was like, my body's not getting rest. I need to go lay down. So left my son with her. when I was outside, my pastor came out there and she came specifically to hug me. And she was like, "You all right?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm not feeling good at all." I was like, "My chest is hurting so bad." So she was like, she started praying over me, you know, touching me, praying for me and everything. And I told her, I was like, "I'm just going to go home and lay down." I said, "I think it's gas." At that point, I still was thinking it was gas. I was like, "It's gas." I even had got some vinegar chips to try to loosen it up and everything. So the next day, I'm like, okay, I came home, went to bed. The next day, which is Friday, I was like, okay, it's got to be feeling better by now. So I even had put some Aspergream on me. You know, I'm thinking, okay, well, if it's a muscle pull, I haven't lifted anything, but if it's a muscle pull, this Aspergream will help. Woke up the next morning. It was still hurting. At this point, I knew that I had to go to the doctor. Because I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. And I don't want to say, you know, it's something major, but it's starting to feel like something major. Because I do believe there's power in the tongue, like the Word of God says. So I didn't go to the doctor right then. I was like, as soon as I get off of work, I'm going to the urgent care. Friday was my last day of having my insurance with my old job because it was through the end of the month. And my new job insurance don't start until 2 months. So I knew September I wasn't going to have any insurance. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and go to the doctor since this is the last day I can technically be covered. So what I did is while I was at work, it still was hurting. I kept working, acting like everything was fine, or I was acting like everything was fine. And they were like, you know, you've done a good job. And I started helping some students for the first time. And then they were like, oh, yeah. Okay. To get fast forward that, I left. Well, while I was at work, it was before labor, it was at Friday. So Monday we're off. So I was like, I told one of the girls, I said, I'm going to go to the urgent care when I leave work. And she was like, if your chest is hurting, you need to leave because your salary, you're not going to have to worry about, not getting paid. And I was like, I don't care. I'm not leaving because technically it will not look good. And I just started the job. I just started the job on the 20th. I've only been here for 2 weeks. I was like, that's not going to look good, me leaving saying that I'm sick. She said, but you're having chest pains. I said, but the good thing about it is if I fall out and I die, one thing I do know is that I'm living right and I'm living holy. So I know I'll make it to heaven. I was like, that's all I'm worried about. I said, and my mom already know if anything happens to me, then she's going to take care of my son. So she started laughing. She was like, well, since you put it like that, okay. Because she's also saved. And she was like, well, since you put it like that, okay, then. Well, that happened. I go back to my desk about an hour later. The director comes by and she's like, it's a holiday weekend. You can go home. I was like, what? She was like, it's a holiday weekend. You all can go home. It was 4:00, y'all. And she was like, whatever you're doing, just finish up. And then as soon as you finish, you can leave. We still get paid for it, of course. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. So that's what I did. I left work. I came home to use the restroom. And to make sure I had because I was going to go to church after I went to the urgent care. So I went to the urgent care. The one that I go to was closed. I don't know why they was closed. So what I did is I went and found a Centera urgent care. I went there and was there until a little after 8:00, y'all. I was in there forever. And mind you, I got there a little before 5. Yeah. I was in there forever, y'all. I was in there for hours. And she had me in the waiting room. And then in the waiting room, I was in the waiting room for a long time. Then finally, when they got me to a room, you know how the nurse assess you. Then here comes the doctor, like, a whole hour and a half later. I'm sitting here like, did she forget about me or something? Anyway, so after the doctor evaluated me and everything, she didn't do any x-rays or anything like that because she didn't feel like that it was a stroke or anything like that because I didn't have any numbness on my whole entire side. But she did diagnose me, and she told me that I was too stressed. She said that I was too stressed, and my muscles, are tight right now all over here. And she was just like feeling, she was like, oh my God. And she called it the here's the paper. Oh, ouch. She calls it the rhomboid muscle. Oh, rhomboid muscle. rhomboid. She said I have a rhomboid muscle strain or spasm. She said it's a spasm as long as and a strain. So whatever. I don't remember everything she said because I was hurting because she had lifted my arm up and moved me and did all this stuff, poking all on me and stuff, and then she figured out what it was. And it's connected up here, and therefore it goes to my chest, which makes my chest hurt. So she asked me, she said, well, have you recently changed jobs or something? Why are you so stressed? I started laughing just like that to her. I laughed just like that because I said, yeah, I did. She said, you must be putting a lot of, she said, you're in training right now? I was like, yeah. She said, you must be putting a lot of pressure on yourself, like a lot of stress on you. She said, you're very tense. You're very stressed. You need to have somebody massage you. I'm sitting here like, I cannot afford a massage right now. Dang, I barely had my rent this time because my pay period changing, and I get paid once a month now, and I'm leaving a job I was getting paid every 2 weeks. And so, you know, I'm like, I got to get my rent paid. I ain't... So she was like, this weekend, you need to get rest the entire weekend. Of course, that didn't happen. I did, after going to get the prescription and everything, I got home around a little after 9 o'clock on Friday night. And after that, I didn't even go pick up my son. I didn't even make it to church. So after that, I slept in yesterday, and then about 2 o'clock I went on and about 1 o'clock I went on and got in the shower and everything and went out. Oh, and I bought these patches. Let me let you see. These things kind of work good. These are called heat wraps. They're powerful pain relief plus deep muscle relaxation. It activates with the air. They're odorless and they're one-time use, so they're disposable, and they're supposed to be for 24 hours, so you keep one on for 24 hours. I'm sorry, I'm just reading something that I should have read. So anyway, it's disposable. Let me let you see it. And it's still hot. But this is how it looks. This one's going in the trash because I had it on all day. So I've been moving it around. I'll have it on my neck right here to try to loosen up that muscle because that still hurt this morning. Ooh, in the back of my neck right there. Oh, that's where it still hurts. Ooh. So right there is connecting. That's what makes that whole area hurt right there. And but these are good. I got these from Walmart for $4. And I'm sorry, it's not 24 hours. It's 8 hours of relief. Wow. And that man got his across his shoulder like I had mine the first night. These are really good. I can say that heat wrap really been working. Like, seriously, it's been working good. So that's been loosening up my muscle for me. So I'm glad about that. But yeah, so that's been going on. I'm trying to take it easy. Tomorrow's Labor Day. I'm trying to rest. I'm just getting home. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Just getting home. So you guys see, I didn't even go to church this morning, but I did go this evening. So you guys see, I'm still busy. So I really need to like slow it down. Seriously, I think I'm about to pump the brakes on a whole lot of stuff that I'm in. You know, I'm about to have a Diva Kiki month to get my body back right. But yeah, so I wanted to give you an update on that. But other than that, I'm doing well, y'all. Keep me in your prayers. Keep praying for me. Keep saying my name in your prayers and keep God lifted upon my life. And I'll do the same for you. So y'all take care. Be a blessing. God loves you.